Hi everybody, I need to finish this battle in 12 turns to get a thing that I don't know what it does. And also I think there's a way, if I go to formation I can give somebody medical herbs, but even though it's gongs that's missing, I want Bert to have it. No, apparently this is just for changing your formation. Ah, no, what? I'm not ready, hold on! I'm figuring this out, please. Well, I could retreat. Okay. That will do. I think that's why this guy. What button do I push to? There we go. This is amazing. Medical herb. Fantastic. Let's get out of here. Here we go. 12 turns. Gotta do it. And also, I want to show you. Oh, yes, talking. That's exactly what I was going to show you. That earthquake blocked the road back to the castle. We'll have to take the northern pass and fight our way through. Here we go. I'm worried about everybody. Well, so am I. I don't know. Look, those fools from Guardiana have returned from the gate. No one enters until Lord Cain finds what he's looking for. Don't let any... Hi, kitty! There's some jiggle you got there. Oh, arg, the dwarves say. Because that's all they can say. So yeah, first earthquake, if you remember from last time, affected the terrain of the battle, and the second earthquake did this bit. So there you go. Also, it's interesting, so the terrain, let me show you this. The terrain we're going to be going through is all these mountains and forests and more mountains, and then along back to the place. So it's interesting, the first battle, or the battle last time, we had a pretty confined space. It was pretty easy to see how far apart everybody was. It's easy to imagine that battle taking place over the course of, I don't know, 40 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. Not too long, but this battle, we're going across the whole giant landscape. So, I mean, this battle's got to take, in-game time I'm talking about, it's got to take several weeks, maybe a month or two, getting around all these mountains and everything. It's crazy. So, whatever's going to happen to our home kingdom there, a lot of time to take place. Oh, no, my centaur is super slow in the mountains. So, it's going to take a long time for me to get there, so it could be vastly destroyed. We'll see. So, I want to talk about characters a bit. Oh, I'm going to heal you. Take this opportunity to do something useful with my healing magic. Fantastic. I want to talk about the characters a little bit. So every character has a class. And the class, ooh, oh, it's level 2. That's excellent. Defense 1, Speed 1, HP 1, MP 2. That's good. Magic Resistance 3 is pretty good as well. That was a great level up, actually. Go, Luke. So every character has a class, and the class pretty much determines, you can tell what kind of character they're going to be, how they're going to function based on their class. So your main character right here, he's your hero class. He's very well-rounded. He has decent defense. Oh, you have magic. I should use your magic. Decent defense, very high attack. He will learn a spell later on. And I think his class technically right now is soldier, but I'm not. I'm gonna check. How do I? Swordsman, that's what it is, and then he becomes hero after he's promoted. We'll talk about promotion later. So he learns a spell at some point that's unique to him. This is kind of a terrible place for you, Hans, so I'm not going to put you there. I'll put you... Hey, that's the only place you can go to shoot somebody. But yeah, but then nobody will be able to melee that goblin. No, gong, I would love to run you around to the back and then punch the goblin in the head. And you do that. Yes! You're so mighty. You're kind of not great. Oh, I should talk about the terrain as well. So there's a terrain modifier. This is kind of advanced stuff. You look at the top left, it says plains. And then the terrain effects is 10% there and 30% in the mountains. So the terrain modifier, it increases your defense, I believe. So killing somebody in a mountain takes slightly more damage than killing somebody in a field. Now in the early game, you know, it's just a percentage increase. So if we look at the goblin, hold on, goblins are beating up my guys. Should be paying more attention to all the pain. Wow, Luke barely takes any damage, but my healers are getting beat up. So if we look at a goblin stats, he has a defense of 6. And then if he's in the mountain, you increase that by 30%. I mean, it's a pathetic change. But in later missions, later maps, where guys are gonna have stats in the near hundreds, that's a huge percentage increase right there. You go, Bert. So in these early maps, it doesn't make a difference. It's kind of advanced mechanics to the game. Oh, good. Bert level 2. Attack 2. That's excellent. Oh, defense 2. That's double excellent. And 1 MP and 1 magic resistance. For a long, long time, I had no idea. In the early game, that's never explained. Barely even hint at it. Luke, I want you to stay right there and finish off the goblin. And since terrain affects the way you move, I figured it was just referring to the way you move, even though it was never consistent with the way you move. But that's what it does. It's a little defense increase. Luke, hooray! Speed level 1, hooray! I called that agility. Last time. It's speed, not agility. Okay, can we finish this guy off? Yes, Tao, you are a murderer. So, getting back to, everybody has different class. In the class, you'll be able to predict what kind of character they are based on their class. Oh, Tao, you are rocketing ahead. Speed 1, HP 1, that's good. MP 4, wow! Magic resistance 3, some cat jingle thrown. I get it, you're very adorable. Except the centaurs, I should point out. Centaurs have the opposite effect on terrain. Their defense decreases in the mountains and in the forest, not increases. So you want to keep your centaurs. They're also the most affected by, speed-wise, by the terrain. See, my low, normally, he has a movement of 5. He can only move 3 in the mountains, whereas my centaur Ken has a movement of like 7, and he can only move 2 in the mountains because he's a horse. Dang it, horses don't do well in mountains. Okay, same with the forest. And I'll have characters later on that'll move through forests the same way they move through fields, but centaurs are just they can't handle these terrains. So the centaur characters are really great in wide open areas and confined areas, like the inside maps. Like last time, there was nothing there to slow down his movement. I should be paying attention to hit points and try to position my healers to heal. I moved low there without actually doing anything useful. Like Gong, he should heal himself. I don't want to move him too far ahead because he cannot fight by himself. Yeah, so Ken, in the last battle, he wasn't confined. He could just move 7 spaces every turn. But here, in the terrain, in the wilderness, that's what I'm looking for. The centaurs are not that great, but we'll worry about that later. So you can have 12 characters in your party, and you get far more than 12 as you go. So we will be choosing characters to take and to leave behind. Eventually. It'll take a while, but eventually. Ken, you are just completely useless this whole battle. I should have worked harder at leveling him up in the previous battle, because now he's useless. He will not catch up to everybody else. I kind of like that design, though. The characters. So I want Lo to heal Tao and Luke. Especially Tao. Even 1 hit point. This early on, even 1 hit point makes a difference. So I need to make sure to heal them. Plus, I want to heal with him anyway. Use up his MP. How close do you think you can get going? Let's try that spot. So there we go. So classes! Yes, I will get to the point. So I described the swordsman class. He will learn a spell eventually. Decent. He's a good all-around character. He has good movement as well. That's the last thing I needed to mention. He's not really held back by any terrain, but he also doesn't excel in any terrain. But he has like 6 movement, I think. At least in the original game, he had 6 movement, so he can move himself pretty well. This guy right here, the Bert man, the good Bert. And next up we have we'll talk about Luke. He's a warrior. He's the dwarf. They all have races as well that really doesn't have any impact on anything. It's kind of fun to say. So Bert is a human and Luke is a dwarf here, and he's got decent movement. Speed, that's the other thing. Bert also has pretty high speed, but not the highest. Maybe he doesn't, maybe he has low speed. Tao here is the fastest as far as speed in my group, but we'll come back to that. You stand there. So yeah, your warriors will have low speed, high attack, and very high defense. I love warriors because you can sort of throw them out in the middle of combat. I mean, in your front row to entice enemies to come attack you, and then enemies are out of position, and the rest of your group just swarms on them, and your warriors just doesn't matter. Because it was 1 hit point. I mean, that goblin did 1 damage to him. So as you can see, Gong is going to get beat up That's okay, he can take 2 goblin attacks, as long as the dwarves don't get in on this action. I'm okay, this is as long as he doesn't have a flurry as well. Gong's a monk. There's only 1 monk in the game. There's only 1 swordsman in the game as well. Oh, a counterattack. I'll take it. I think counterattacks, at least in the original, they did half damage. Maybe it was 2/3 damage. I think. It may be a different game. I don't know. Ken, you're just useless. They're knights who are your centaurs, and I've described their peculiar movement quirks, but they can use lances and spears. Lances are good at close range, and spears are close or long range. Lances are generally speaking stronger, but not always. Oh, Luke, you cannot get in that battle. That's okay, because you can stand right here and protect Bert's side, so he doesn't take damage. And Tao, I do not... I'm going to check... here comes strategy. Ready? I'm checking my healer to see where he can move. See, I would prefer to move Tao here, because she's better protected if I put her here. But I need to get my healer to Bert, because he took damage, and he's the most important character in the group. No, I kind of want to blaze the other guy, because you do not need kill experience. I gotta talk about experience as well! Oh man! I'm attacking the goblin with with the full damage there, so I didn't take... Now, here's another one. I'd like to put Hans there, but again, my healer... less experience, because you get more experience for killing somebody, and Tao does not need the experience. She is already level 3. Gong, I want you to form a line here, because now everybody except for Luke at the bottom who can take it. All the rest of them can only be attacked from one side. So that's nice, and heal yourself, because pain to my monk, and there's... Hope this was worth it for you. Oh, he is out of MP. Wasn't worth it. Oh, well, he hasn't taken damage anyway. What am I doing? I'm very smart all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you still have a medical herb? Okay, so if he does take damage, I'm covered. Who else have I gotta describe? Knights. I've talked about the knights. One knight learns magic. He's a peculiar example. I may use him just to show it off. This is weird. But, generally lances are stronger than spears, but not always. I'll get the next weapon I buy from him will be a lance, and I'll hang on to the spear as a long-range alternative, but then the best weapon I buy for him a couple towns later will be a spear, and I'll sell both the lance and the spear. So that's not always... Man, dwarves do a lot of damage, because even Luke's taking damage here. Alright, Bert, you are fine. I want you to stay there and get the kill. You can certainly... Is everybody level 2 already? I need to pay a bit of attention to my characters, make sure they're all leveling up equally-ish. I think Ken might not be. No, I think Ken leveled up in the last battle. Anyway, warrior hero. So, Lo there is a priest? I think that's his official class. Maybe I'll check real quick. Healer. Okay. Should be priest, but for some reason it's healer. I don't mind you staying there. You're all just so well protected right now. Cat is attacking my door. So I'm gonna keep you all standing in the line for now. No, Hans. Even Hans, I'll leave him in the line. So Lo is a healer. He learns healing magic, and that's basically it. It determines... Your magic class determines what kind of spells you can learn, but different healers will learn different spells, and at different times. But yeah, healing and defensive magic, let's put it that way. Well, there may be another monk in this game. In the original, there wasn't, but I think this version does have one, and he is not level 2 yet. Come on, Gong, I don't want to leave you leave you behind. You gotta catch up. That's good enough, and that's why I like to fight with my healers, to give them experience. Attack level up by 3, defense 2, speed 1, magic resistance. That was... Hey kitty. That was amazing. Is there anybody that desperately needs to be healed? Well, not desperately, so we will use you in the fight instead. I need to go take care of my cat. He's losing his mind over there. It's fine, it's fine. King, you are useless. I'm glad you're here. I think he has a medical herb I'll use at some point, just to give him a little bit of experience through the course of the battle. He's going to be very left behind. That's okay. Bert. Okay, we'll kill the dwarf with the Bert. I like my main character getting experience because he's the most important character. Tao is a mage, and so she learns attack spells. Did I miss anything about low, decent attack, low defense, low speed, low movement? It's easy. You can definitely see why it's easy to get let your healers be left behind, and they're getting low amounts of experience for healing. So it's not. Oh, I only have 3 more turns to finish this whole battle. That may not happen. Okay. And Tao has very much the same sort of stats as the healer. I mean, mages have the same sort of stats as healers, except lower attack and higher speed. And they learn attack spells instead of defensive spells. Is there somebody you should heal? Luke, I think. Because he is the most... His hit points matter more than other characters' hit points because he has such high defense. Your warriors will have high defense, whereas your centaurs will have high hit points. But they're both pretty good defensively. There's so many knights in this game, it's hard to make a general statement like that, but all of your warriors will have high defense. And I think the last character I haven't described yet is Hans, who's the archer. Bert might have really low speed. He was the second slowest in my group right now. He attacks at ranged. He can't attack at melee range. He's got, attack level 3, defense 1, or up by 3, speed 3. Oh, he's not so slow anymore. HP 1, magic resistance 1. Level ups are so exciting in this game. So he has good movement through forests, especially after he's promoted, which, again, we'll talk about that some other time. I only have 2 turns to kill off the rest of these guys. That's bad. Let's run. Oh, wow, look how fast you are now, Bert. I approve. And these guys are going to start moving around. Okay. I may not get this clear bonus. Normally, if I'm playing on my own and I don't get a clear bonus, I just reset, because I'm not willing to... Let's heal Luke, I suppose. I still have some medical herbs in case of emergencies. Because I'm a completionist, so I want the clear bonus, I guess. But I'm not going to get it, and so I'm going to live with it. So yeah, Hans here. He attacks at range, and has high speed, low defense. Pretty decent attack power. Anything else? And after he's promoted, he loves the forests because he's an elf. I think that's why. Luke is a dwarf. Hans is an elf. Gong originally was half giant. I don't know if he still is. Tao is an elf. Ken is a centaur. Bert is a human. And, I think Lo was originally half dwarf. There you go, but the races, you should be able to tell now. They don't make any difference at all whatsoever. So I guess Hans doesn't love the forest because he's an elf, because I have other elves who don't love the forest, so whatever. Hey, Bert, you took a lot of damage. Oh, when you counterattacked, I was gonna consider moving him out of the way so other people would have room to fight, but it's like Luke here, kind of useless. Where do I'm gonna stand you there. You have a medical herb? Yes. I'm gonna stand you there and use your medical herb. Pretty much everything by default has a range of 1. Spears and arrows have a range of 2 or 3. Attack spells usually have a range of 2. Some of them have a range of 3. Healing spells usually have a range of 1, but some of them go up because Tao cannot reach. That is disappointing. Does she have a medical herb? No. Nope, nothing to attack. I am not going to get this clear bonus. There's no way. Oh, Bert taking an early turn. That's good, but I think I need to win in 12 turns, and it's going to take me 13. I think I wasted too much time taking the corner around oh, it's going to take me more than 13 now. He blocked the bridge around the oh, so these are knights. First knights, or more knights, like the first knight. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you have medical herb? No. Alright, let's stand. So I could move him to here, but then he'd be in the position where Tao or Ken or Hans wants to be, so I'm going to keep him 1 step back. I don't think Hans can make it, though. Nope. You have a medical herb. Yes. I'm gonna save it though. I'm sure somebody else needs it. Do you have a medical herb? If so, you should use it on yours. No, I already used it, that's right. Well, you stand there and be useless. Thank you, Ken. Whoa, Ken's getting in on the action.